Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I did a little something. I bought something on the Ulta website last week and it's here. So I purchased the Ariana Grande fragrance advent calendar. I was doing a little late night shopping. It was the last day for 5 times points on fragrance things, so I decided to go ahead and get it. I know this is supposed to have 12 Ariana fragrances inside, as well as 2 exclusive ones that are really hard to get your hands on. So we're gonna try it today. I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts on all the scents and just go ahead and unbox this, and I'll let you know if I think this is a good deal or if I think it is a waste of money. So let's go ahead and get into this. So like I said, I bought this on Ulta, and if you can get like a 5 times points offer, I think it is definitely worth, you know, checking out because it's spendy. This is $150, and I think I got around 700 points with my order, which is quite a bit, so definitely some savings there. Plus, with all of their Black Friday sales, they have all sorts of free gifts. So to me, since I got a lot of extras, I thought this would be something fun to unbox for you guys. So this was $150, so very expensive, but like I said, there is going to be 12 days in this advent calendar, and it does have really pretty packaging too. I think they did something very similar last year as well. So if you did buy it last year, I think it was like a little record player thing, then it's probably the exact same thing. I know last year this advent calendar debuted like the Mod Vanilla and the Mod Blush fragrances, so that was a kind of fun extra. The only really extra things in here is those 2 really rare scents that aren't really sold in stores. So anyways, I'm gonna rip off this little sticker here, and it says the Scented Library Ariana Grande Vault Collection. So this year is kind of a library book theme. Of course, advent calendars are so pretty. I use mine as holiday decor around the house. Here is a close-up, and then opening up the little doors, you have all of the different boxes inside. It's a little hard to hold with these doors on it, but we're gonna start with number 1 in the collection. So number 1, we actually have a little mini size of Mod Blush. Now these are all minis, just so you guys know. There is not any full sizes in here, and they are the dab on perfumes. Now you guys know how I feel about the dabbers that you have to pour on. They're not my favorite. So you know what I did? I went on Amazon and I got these little refillable like sample perfume things, so I can put all my dabber sizes in here. It even came with some larger ones that just twist off and you pour the liquid in, so you have a little spray. And it also came with some smaller ones as well. The only thing is, you're gonna need some labels to go with these as well, but you could probably order some labels off Amazon. I'm just gonna make some on my Cricut machine. So that's what I did, and that's a little suggestion for you if you do hate the dabbers. I know we got a bunch in the YSL advent calendar as well. Anyways, back to Mod Blush. I think these bottles are so adorable. Even though I'm gonna empty the liquid out, I kind of want to have like a little dedicated shelf to these bottles. In these, you do get 0.25 ounces, which is a typical rollerball size. So I haven't tried Mod Blush in a minute, so I figured we could try this one on today. So this one, it is very pretty, but it's a very generic scent to me. Like, I feel like you can get this at like Bath & Body Works, not have to pay a whole lot of money for this, but I also don't really like fruity scents that much, and this is more of a fruity kind of sweet perfume from her line. It's mostly, I get like sugar and berries. It's definitely not my favorite from her line. I don't own this in a full size because it never really attracted me when it came out. I do love me some Mod Vanilla though. I'm sure that one's in here too. But the Mod Blush was just very boring to me. Let me know if you guys like this one. Next we have box number 2. And in this one looks like the Thank You Next perfume. I actually enjoy this fragrance. I used to have it in my collection. I have since decluttered it. But a lot of people always say that this one smells like pickles, which I think is funny. But I like this one. And this one has a different like little topper on it, which is so cute. It has like a little XO for the lid. But I enjoy Thank You Next. I think it's pretty. It smells to me like a little bit of vanilla and coconut. It's very airy and sweet. Something I definitely like to wear spring and summertime. I think it is very beautiful. That's the one thing with Ariana scents. They're all very sweet and girly. So I typically do like a lot of her fragrances because you guys know me, I'm a gourmand girl and I love to smell sweet. I love to smell like vanilla. Okay, we're on number 3, and this one is actually the, trying to guess here, I think, is this called Moonlight? I actually don't have this one. I did look it up. It is called Moonlight. I'm going to go ahead and read the notes for you, but I do want to go ahead and try this one because I honestly haven't smelled this in years. Okay, so this one, I feel like it's on the lighter side. I'm getting kind of a lot of alcohol when I first like put this on. But it smells kind of almost musky. Maybe a little bit fruity. Let's look up the notes here. It does say it has notes of plum, blackcurrant, marshmallow, peony, vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. Very underwhelmed by this one. It's probably why I never picked it up. But I do get the hint of the kind of darker fruits, but all around, this is a very light fragrance. Nothing I would really feel the need to go out and purchase. Just very underwhelming. All right, number 4. We have, oh, this is the God Is a Woman fragrance. I remember when this one came out, and this one I feel like is so similar to her Cloud perfume. So this one I actually never bought in a full size. I do love Cloud though. That one was like iconic when it came out. I just thought that God Is a Woman kind of has a very similar vibe where it kind of has that cool air kind of scent, if that makes sense. It just has that feeling. It's not quite as sugary as, let's say, Cloud is. Cloud has more like coconut in it, but this is kind of like a pear version of Cloud. It is very pretty though. It's really similar to, if you guys like Bath & Body Works Emerald Mist, that's a really great dupe for this scent. But I'm actually kind of excited to have it in a mini size, since I don't have a lot of these in samples. I feel like they don't ever really make a lot of Ariana Grande samples. Next, we are on number 5 here. And this is one of the rare ones. Oh, I'm so excited. I had to look up what this is called. I don't know if it says it on the bottom, but do you guys see this? It's like a silver bottle that kind of looks like the Moonlight one that we had earlier. And it looks like the Sweet Like Candy. I think this is the Frankie Perfume, which is her brother's name. Let's go ahead and smell it. Ooh. This is definitely a little more fresh for her. I don't know what the story is with these, if they ever launched, if it was something more rare, kind of like the Thank You Next 2.0 that they did. I remember when that came out, it was only at like certain stores like Walgreens and stuff, so maybe this was just a very limited release. It's definitely very different for her line because I think it's a little more unisex for sure, which I could definitely see why maybe that's why they named this one a Frankie. But it's nice. Like, it is a fresh kind of almost cologne vibe, but very fresh and airy, a little aquatic. It's pretty, but I probably wouldn't wear this in the full size, but I'm excited to be able to try this one finally. Let's look up the notes on this one because I'm really curious. It says it has top notes of apricot, pink pepper, and pear, middle notes of cedar and wild orchid, and base notes of sugar, sandalwood, and musk. So it still has some really sweet notes in it. But to me, I'm just getting more of the fresh vibes, like a very fresh, I would say maybe pear. I'm getting more of the cedar, the sandalwood, and musk for sure with this one. All right, so that was one of the rare ones. There's supposed to be 2 really rare ones in here. Next we have number 6, and this is REM. I really do like REM. This one to me has a very sugary lavender kind of scent to it, but it still has kind of the same airy and light sweet quality as Cloud. I feel like she just has a certain type of scent, and it's very like airy and cotton candy like, but love this one. It actually smells a lot like Fireside Flurries from Bath & Body Works if you guys like that one. It's really pretty if you guys do like lavender. This is one of my favorites in her line. Now we are on number 7. I feel like this video is kind of short. Oh, we got Cloud. How cute is this? Like I was mentioning earlier, Cloud is just so iconic. It was one of my first perfumes I had from Ariana Grande that really made me just fall in love. Like, this was my signature scent. I had never smelled anything like this because when this came out, I had no idea what Baccarat Rouge was. I was not into those super luxury perfumes. I had all the cheapy ones, and I fell so in love with this scent profile. Now that I do know what Baccarat Rouge is, I know that it was kind of inspired by that, and I do own the full size now of that one. It's just so crazy to me. This is still just such a great comparable dupe, but a lot sweeter as well. It does give off the light and airy cloud vibe. Sweet sugar, a little bit of coconut in there. So dang pretty. I still love Cloud to this day. I know she's done a couple different versions of Cloud now, like the Intense, and I have the Pink Cloud, which is also very good, but nothing can really beat the original Cloud. Right, next we are on number 8 here, and this one I believe is this the original Ari, or is this the Sweet Like Candy? Okay, I had to look it up, but this is the Sweet Like Candy version. I actually never owned this one in a full size. I owned the Ari, which I think this was her second launch. I think Ari was first. This was either her second or third launch. But I don't know, I just loved the original Ari so much. But I never feel like I really needed this one. And honestly, I feel like for Sweet Like Candy, this honestly could be even sweeter. But this one is just very fruity, sweet to me. It has notes of blackberry and pear and bergamot, middle notes of whipped cream, marshmallow. There is some floral notes in there as well, and base notes of vanilla and cashmere wood. But yeah, it's pretty, it's nice and sweet, but I definitely prefer the original Ari over this one, which I think we'll be getting to here shortly. It's not like a wow for me. I think it could smell even more like candy than it does. Okay, we are on number 9 here on the bottom row, and this is Ari. As I was talking about earlier, this was her first fragrance, and this is another one that I was like in love with. And this one and Cloud, they were just my go-tos that I wore all the time. And this one actually smells very much to me like a sweet marshmallow. It's so pretty to me, a little musk in there as well. I love this one so much. If you guys like marshmallow scents, definitely one to try. I still love this to this day, and I should get a full size. I've used it up since purchasing and just never bought it again, but I do really enjoy that fragrance. Okay, number 10. We have, I didn't think this one would be in here, the Cloud Intense. I'm really surprised. Now, this and the original Cloud, I feel like are basically identical. Some people say they can smell a difference between these, like this one almost is sweeter. To me, they are pretty spot on. I think this one might maybe last a little bit longer, but that just might be in my head too. They're really so similar. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Do you think they're pretty much identical, or do you think they are slightly different? Kind of wish that they included the Cloud Pink instead of this one in this little advent calendar, but yeah, apparently this Cloud is supposed to be even just sweeter and of course more intense than the original, and that one's the 2.0. Number 11 here, we have the other rare scent. So this one comes in a fun red bottle. This is called the Sweet Like Candy Limited Edition Red. So I don't know, I've never seen this before. It probably came out some random time again at a random store. Let me know down below if you guys ever owned this, if you bought it. I'm so curious about this and how these scents like never really made it into anyone's collection. I actually feel like this smells really similar to the original Ari scent. I just saw that you can actually buy a full size of this on FragranceNet right now for $35. So I guess it's not really that rare since it's not going for a high price tag or anything. But this one has notes of red berries, pear, bergamot, some florals like frangipani, honeysuckle, base notes of marshmallow, whipped cream, similar to the Sweet Like Candy. So yeah, it has a lot of the similar notes as Sweet Like Candy, but a little bit more berry. I like this one better than the Sweet Like Candy, so that's kind of interesting. I'm glad I got to finally try that one. And then number 12 here, that has to be Mod Vanilla. I'm surprised they put this one as the last box, because the last box is always supposed to be like the best thing. Well, I guess, I mean, it's a fragrance library. I guess it's not technically an advent calendar, but I mean, they have numbers. So it is the Mod Vanilla. I've just been loving this one so much lately. I wear it a ton. And what's funny is when this first came out, I actually wasn't like that impressed with it. I was like, this just smells like Cloud. I'm tired of her scent smelling all the same. But now I wear it literally so much, and I do like it. I do like it almost better than Cloud, which is crazy for me. But it just has this delicious, sweet sugariness that I adore. So good, you guys. It even has like a little bit of a more fresh vibe in the dry down. It's just so pretty. It really does remind me of a cotton candy. So that is Mod Vanilla, and that is going to complete this little vault collection or advent calendar here. All the different scents. I'm just trying to think of what we're missing. The only things that I could think of that's in her line is the Thank You Next 2.0 and Cloud Pink, since her line is just getting bigger and bigger by the second here. But that is the Vault collection. Now, like I mentioned, I did pay $150 for this for smaller sizes. Let's go ahead and add this up because I want to see what the value really is here. So like I mentioned, these samples are 0.25 ounces. It looks like they do sell, their travel sizes are 0.33 ounces for $26. So I would maybe price this at maybe $20 a sample, because I mean, it's still a decent amount that you get inside. So 20 times 12 is about 240. So if you look at it that way, it's really not a bad deal, but I think it can kind of seem that way because her fragrances are a little bit more inexpensive, but I guess you have to remember that they are cheaper at like Marshalls and TJ Maxx and stuff at discount stores. But like at Ulta, her full sizes can run for like $60 a piece. So overall, I think you do get a value with this set for sure, but it's really going to appeal to those that just kind of want to try more from the brand. Maybe you only have 1 or 2 scents from her line and you just kind of want to sample some things, be able to test it out for a longer period of time and see if it's something you want to spend on a full size. But you can get like almost, I feel like 3 full sizes for the price of this advent calendar. So I really want to kind of show you guys just how much product you get in these, because it's actually quite a bit. So I emptied out the Mod blush into my little Amazon perfume purchase, and it actually filled up this entire bottle almost. There's a little bit missing, which is the same size as the ones I pay $30 for at Sephora. Like I mentioned on Ulta's website, the Ariana Grande specific travel size sprays are a little bit bigger since her fragrances are a lot more affordable than, let's say, Replica here, but that's a lot of perfume in there. That's not like a tiny free sample. This is a free sample. So there's a pretty big difference there. There's not just free samples in this advent calendar. It's a decent amount of product. Now, if you're thinking $150 is just way too much than what you want to spend, check out this deal on the Ulta website as well. She has a 6-piece set. This doesn't come with many of like the rare perfumes, but it comes with most of her best sellers. So if you really are wanting to just like try her line out, I think I would maybe go for this option instead, because it's significantly cheaper. You're getting 6 of those same deluxe samples for $50. So the advent calendar is 3 times the price of that for double the product, of course, in the cute packaging. And I guess the rare fragrances come into play there as well. But I feel like this on Ulta is just a better deal. I know it's not showing up on my phone, so I'll insert a little photo for you. But I definitely feel like that is a better way to spend your money if you haven't tried most of her scents. Anyways, I just really wanted to kind of break it down, see how much product is really in these bottles, and just kind of see, is this worth it or is it just overpriced? I still think it is a little bit expensive for what you get. I think I would maybe be happy with $100. The $150 is a little bit much, but I mean, if you do have the points multipliers on top of that, I mean, that is free money, free samples and all that stuff, then hey, it might be worth checking out, especially if you've been wanting to try her scents. So just wanted to give you guys some options, and I thought this would just be so fun to unbox with you. I haven't seen too many people do this one, so I wanted to go ahead and share with you what's inside, especially for fragrance lovers like myself. But that is going to be it for this video today. Let me know your thoughts on the Ariana Grande advent calendar. Do you think it's worth it, or do you think it's just a waste of money? I have a couple other unboxings. I recently did a Trader Joe's Beauty advent calendar unboxing, which in that one you get quite a bit for only 20 bucks. We also did a $400 YSL unboxing as well, which seemed like a bit of a waste of money. So definitely check those out too. I unboxed the Charlotte Tilbury advent calendar, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.